Welcome to this presentation on something that is really taking the market by storm. Something that is creating such huge waves in the last few months. It is showing the promises of changing the way communication will happen in the business world. Now let me draw your attention to this cover page of the Time magazine, where it reads, "The strange new world of the internet." That sounds so old and ages back, isn't it? The strange new world of the internet. Today we all take the internet for granted. But here is a time, perhaps long back, when Time magazine termed it the strange new world of the internet. Now, talking of internet, most of us still think about the dot-com burst. But in reality, the internet, the dot-com, opened the world for huge success stories. It created numerous millionaires and billionaires. It leveled the playing field for businesses, huge and small, global and local. And there's amazing opportunities that opened up. And even though this sounds such a long time back, it really is just about 20 years back that this particular issue came out. This was the published issue on 25th of July 1994. And that's incredible progress that we have made in such a short time, isn't it? So the message is that every now and then there comes a time, an opportunity waiting to be grabbed, waiting to be exploited by every one of us, every single business house. But it is only the first few thought leaders, the innovators, who actually step up and embrace that change, while most of the others keep watching and waiting for things to stabilize till it is unfortunately too late for them to be really taking the complete opportunity of the new things that emerge. Now, before we progress on this presentation, I would assume that as a business owner, you do communicate with your stakeholders, your clients, your prospectors, your customers, and even the society, because today the companies look at CSR, corporate social responsibility. And whoever it may be that you communicate with, communication remains the essence of relationship management, isn't it? Now, what kind of communication channels do you use? Perhaps you are into emails, or maybe you send SMS, text, or multimedia messages. Or perhaps that you are into newsletters, and if you're sending digital newsletters, it's so wonderful that you can build in clickable links into that, isn't it? Where you could be driving your customers to a particular web page or a blog or even an e-commerce site, etc., whatever you want them to do. Or perhaps you are on podcasts. That's so wonderful, isn't it? You could be driving and recording a message, and then you could be sitting in a coffee shop or even a beach for that matter and sending out audio messages to your customers and your other stakeholders. Perhaps you're heavy into social media, the inevitable Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Or maybe you believe more in the offline marketing channels such as leaflets and brochures. Or maybe you are a big budget company spending on more ATL media ads such as maybe the newspapers or huge billboards and what have you. Now, regardless of which communication channel you use, the big question is, are you able to measure your return on investment? Is your communication effective, and is it measurable? Sure, if you're into email campaigns, for example, you could be definitely measuring the delivery rate, how many of those emails got delivered, and even how many of those links got clicked through, how many were opened, and so on and so forth. But what about the more important actionable points? Did people get on to buy what you wanted them to buy? Could you induce your customers to recommend your services, your products to a few of their friends in return for maybe a few more points or any other benefit that you give them? So are you really able to measure the return on your investment while you communicate with your stakeholders? Now, Mary Meeker, a well-known trends analyst, says the mobile industry will create more wealth than any other cycle in human history. No wonder then that even companies like Google no longer call themselves an search engine company. They call themselves a mobility company. Well, the mobile industry will create more wealth than ever before, and that's the future predicted. Now, there's something very beautiful and important happening. Publishing, as we all know, is an age-old channel which is well accepted and well known to be quite profitable as well. And today, with the emergence of this mobile technologies, these two industries are being shaken up. There is a phenomenal convergence coming up between these two, an ideal convergence of timing and opportunity, waiting for the entire world to grab and make the best of it. Let's look at how the iPhone and the iPad have grown in terms of sales and usability. iPhone by itself created a huge impact in the mobile industry with a phenomenal growth in the first 3 years of its launch. Now this figures here indicate per quarter. So 12 here indicates 3 years. Now while the iPhone grew to something like 40 million over 3 years of its launch, iPad went on to sell almost more than 140 million over the same period of 3 years from the time it was launched. And as of the day I speak, iPad sales stands at 190 million shipments being sent out physically. Now, if some of you think that, well, 190 million, is that really a big deal? Let me remind you that not televisions, not Pepsi, not Mars chocolate, and not McDonald's burgers, nothing, no nothing sold this kind of figures in the same period from the time that they were launched. That is the humongous opportunity that the iPad, the iPhone is offering to businesses like you and me that knows to capture the benefits and use it for our benefit of the business. Now, more importantly, it's wonderful to see that the consumer behavior is changing. Regardless of the age, young people and old alike are spending more than 2.5 hours consuming the content on digital magazines, says Omniture. And why not? While in a traditional print media, you could have text and at the most images and photos, of course. In a digital media, in a digital magazine, a mobile magazine, you could be including audio. You could be throwing in video. Imagine your CEO's message being given out not just as a text message but as a video as well to your customers. Or perhaps you are promoting a particular destination as the destination of the month. You could be having a complete video of the whole place, attracting your customers, showing them all the beautiful things that exist there and driving them to buy the tickets to that desired destination, book hotel rooms, all sitting on the comfort of the chair and doing all these activities of buying and booking right from their iPads. Now, how cool is that? Because these kind of mobile magazines are absolutely interactive and engaging. You could be running contests and quizzes. You could be having opt-in forms asking your customers to give them their names and email addresses in return for something that you offer them. You could drive them to claim discount coupons, and you could even get them to buy or book your products and services. Now, it's proven that readers of iPad magazines are engaging like never before. 68% of a digital magazine is paid content. Can you imagine? More than two-thirds of the content in a digital magazine makes money, says Omniture. And readers are so highly interactive with digital magazines that 73% tap on ads. And 47% of those respondents actually take action after viewing an ad. That is according to Shell Advertising. Now, which advertiser would not love a conversion rate like that? 73% of the viewers tapping on ads and 47% of them actually going on to buy something, taking action after seeing that ad. Yes, 64% people spend more time is spent on iPad ads versus traditional print ad, says another market survey. So it's hugely engaging, and it's up to us to exploit and take benefit of this particular opportunity. Just to compare a little bit about the game apps versus the newsstand apps. The game apps, if at all it's a paid app, it more or less goes anywhere between 99 cents to a $2 sale, isn't it? Whereas a newsstand magazine typically goes at $5 or maybe much more depending on the publisher and the content that you give, provided of course that you want to make it a paid magazine. And while in-app purchases on the game side or the smaller apps are known to be rarely exceeding $20, the newsstand apps are known and seen to go up to $1,000 in-app purchases. And you could be running advertisements up to full page, interactive videos, clickable links, and looking for conversions right from within the magazine. That's awesome. And you have so many monetization methods. People, once they subscribe, they get onto a monthly subscription, which means recurring revenue for you. There are phenomenal advertising revenue opportunities, affiliate commissions, in-app purchases and out-of-app product upsells, and so much more. Now, what are the things really you could use your digital magazine for? Well, the only limitation is your imagination. You could use it for lead generation, presentations and trainings, and catalogs and brochures, for example. How about instead of printing, some sort of brochures every week or every month, how about bringing them in the form of a digital magazine? And the beautiful thing is that apart from being eco-friendly, if at all there is a small change, let's say in the offer that is made or the offer period that is being given out, you don't have to, unlike in the traditional print media, you don't have to destroy the entire version that you made earlier and give it for a reprint. This is digital, so you just go and make a small change and that's it, you're up and running again. It's purely your wish and choice. You could use these magazines to deliver course and content. How about using that as a brand builder? It is a phenomenal business marketing tool. How about converting your entire newsletter into a magazine of this? Use it for your credibility building and so much more. It's really your imagination that would limit this, and there are help available in terms of what more could you do with your magazine that you publish in your particular niche. Now the question that's probably running in your mind is, well, all that is fine, but is the entire thing easy or is it complicated? Do I need to know about apps? Do I need to know how to publish? Should I require programming capabilities or design capabilities? And the big answer is no. Well, you don't even really need a website, though obviously it's better to have a website. You don't really need one. You don't need a domain name, no hosting, no experience. You don't need any technical skills. You don't even need a product. And you don't need to drive any traffic, because that is where Apple comes with its awesome number of people visiting the newsstand every minute. And you don't need to build a list to promote your product. Now, here's the beautiful thing. Newsstand is the only place where Apple allows you to have the emails of every single person who has subscribed to your newsstand. Now, just how beautiful is that? Can you imagine the kind of things that you could be doing with that kind of a powerful database of emails of your customers? That's absolutely phenomenal. Well, what was said is a bit of a white lie. It is simple, but it is not effortless. There is a lot of work to be done. Let's face it. It requires setting up and configuring the Apple and all related accounts properly, submitting the magazine to the App Store, storing the magazine files and the videos on the cloud, engaging in push notifications. Now, that's a terminology where you could be sending a one-click push information, a notification, much like an SMS, to all your subscribers, where you give an announcement. For example, hey, our next magazine is out today, go and grab it, kind of a thing. You could also be tracking results, whether it is visits or which particular area of the magazine is your customer spending more time, which is the sales that is happening from there, and the rankings and reviews and so on and so forth. Well, you also need to manage your design of the magazine cover, the inner pages, the banners, the preparing and scheduling of content, whether it's a text or the video or image and what have you. You may also want to look at your social media sites, setting up and managing that, and managing your peer releases, or how about monetization through cross promotions and what have you. So it is not effortless. There is work to be done. However, we offer a robust, time-tested publishing platform that is in tune with Apple, with the way Apple wants your mobile magazine to be, right? With which all the activities that we listed in the earlier slide and more becomes a very simple process that you can follow step by step by step and go on to publish your own magazine without much of your challenge. And this platform that we bring to you is from a NASDAQ listed company. It is run by experienced technocrats and magazine publishers. Over 400 successful, profitable mobile magazines that are being currently published use our platform, which is a matter of huge pride for us. Most of the top magazines, where you see the hot and highest selling or highest downloaded kind of magazines on newsstand, use our platform. Over the last 12 months, our clients have gotten a collective subscriber base of more than 1.2 million subscribers. The platform is currently for Apple. Yes, it is for iPad and iPhone. And we are also getting ready for publishing on Android as well as on Kindle to make it even more easier and sweeter for you in the future. We provide amazing training and support which helps you to independently get on and publish your own magazine in your own niche and establish yourself as the leader in that particular niche, or maintain your position as a leader in that particular niche. Now, we go beyond just giving you the platform or the license for that and leaving you off. Yes, if you wish, if your team is something that is available to take on to do the job, yes, we can offer you the app publishing license, and that is it. However, if you wish, we are more than happy to offer you the license and then the consultancy as well. What do you publish? How do you publish? How to monetize it? Very, very many things in that. Or we could take it one step even further, and after giving you the license, we could take it up on an end-to-end service basis where our team of experts will take on everything right from the point of setting it up to publishing your magazine in whatever frequency you desire. And all you need to do is give the raw form of data of the content that you want to be published in the magazines, and our team of experts will take care of the rest. Well, so are you ready to become the next magazine mogul? Do contact us. Just send us an email at info@kogs, that's cogs.co,